How's it, fellas? Thanks for tuning in again. I want to ask you another question. I like to start with a question when I do my videos, so you're probably used to my format by now. I want to ask you, when did we lose the ancient art of celebration? When did we lose the ancient art of celebration? Now, I'm not talking about Christmas and birthdays and things like that. We all enjoy those kind of celebrations, but I'm talking about more of a personal, everyday kind of celebration. Let me give you a little bit of background to this question. In this past week, my daughter, 7 years old, she mastered the art of tying her shoelaces. Now that might not seem like a big deal to us as fellas, adult fellas, but to a 7-year-old it's quite an achievement. She's almost finished her year in school. They finish at Christmas, just before Christmas. But they're assessed. They do these assessments just to see how they're progressing. Some of that will include being able to tie her shoelaces, being able to zip up a jacket and button up a shirt and all those kind of things. Life skills for a 7-year-old. And she's so excited and so made up that she can tie her shoelaces, and she's celebrating. For quite a long time she was getting herself proper frustrated, She'd watch me tying her shoelaces in the morning, we'd practice together, but she could never quite get it. And now she can do it, and she's celebrating and she's loving it, I walked past her bedroom a couple of mornings ago. I got out of bed and I walked past her bedroom, and there she was, sat on her bed, shoes in hand, or on foot, should I say, just practicing doing her shoelaces up, and she is so made up about it. She really is celebrating nicely, and I'm loving watching it. I think children can teach us a lot in life, some of the things that they practice day in, day out, I think we used to practice, but we've kind of let go of some of that stuff. And celebration is certainly one of them. Why is celebration important to us? When we accomplish something, when we accomplish some of our goals, some of the things that we want to achieve, maybe you pass an interview, or you sort your garden out and it looks beautiful, or you do some exercise and you achieve something that you've never been able to do before, whatever it is. You give up smoking, give up drinking, whatever it is. I think we need to celebrate those small accomplishments. Not always small, some of them are quite big accomplishments. When we get victories in our lives, when we experience victory, again, it's a reason to celebrate. And the reason why we should be celebrating more often is because something happens in our brain. There's like a chemical release of dopamine in our brain, and that sounds a little bit like some kind of weird drug, but it's not. Dopamine, we've all got, or our body kind of craves for that dopamine, and it's a natural kind of, almost like a natural high that we get when we accomplish something. You know how you feel when you celebrate, and maybe it's you're watching the football and your team wins and you're like, yeah, that's a release of dopamine in your brain, and it makes you feel good. So we all want that. We all want to experience that. We all want to feel good and feel joy and all that kind of stuff. And that's where the whole idea of the release of dopamines comes from. Now, I'm someone that I can be quite negative at times. I've grown up just to become quite negative and speak quite negatively over my life. I've experienced quite a bit of depression and stuff. So the release of dopamine in my brain is something that is very important to me, to try and make myself feel better and so on and so forth. So I really think celebrating even just those small things that we accomplish in our day is going to benefit us. Now, I read a book, I can't remember the author's name now, but it's called, the book was called Tiny Habits. And one of the things that I actually learned from the book was the author was saying that we need to celebrate everything we achieve. It makes us feel good. Every accomplishment, whether it be, going out for a run and pushing yourself to the limit and achieving something, achieving a goal that you had, and that one, I can kind of relate to that one. I do like to try and do a bit of running. I'm not the fastest, but I can do a bit of distance running now, and I push myself. I push myself to the limit. But when I get home, I always try and celebrate. I always try and just even if it's just to myself. I always tell my family and stuff what I've done, but sometimes I just go into the room, into my bedroom where I'm stretching, and I just like, yeah, well done, son. That was good. Almost like I'm patting myself on the back sort of thing. And it makes me feel good, but it also motivates me. That's another benefit to celebrating the achievements in our lives. It motivates us. It motivates us to go for it again, or to try and be successful in other areas of our lives. We want that feeling. It almost becomes addictive. Now, we don't want to become arrogant. Now, I'm not talking about celebrating our achievements to the point where we become arrogant and we see ourselves as better than others who haven't achieved in those areas in their life. What springs to mind is some of these Premiership football players. I love watching football, but some of the guys, that they're so used to success, they kind of think they're the big cheese and they're a little bit of a cut above everybody else, I'm not talking about that kind of arrogance. I'm just talking about small, everyday, celebrating the things that you've achieved in your life. And I think we've lost that ability. My daughter has taught me once again the art of celebration. I am so proud of her. So guys, I encourage you to take that on board, to look at your life and the things that you're accomplishing and celebrate when you achieve something. Anyway, guys, I hope you found it helpful, and I will speak to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bless you guys.